the other water treatment plants, like the one out on Feely or Moulton, are those filtered plants or are they just?
Yes.
They are. So the only one that we're worried about that's not filtered is Basin, correct? Right?
Yes.
Was Rick Larson estimate of 17 million for a filtration plant on Basin Creek? Is that the number I've heard before?
Rick's in the back.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
I said, the question was asked, what's the cost of the filtration plant? And I asked, I think in one of your statements, one of your presentations, you indicated that the cost for the filtration plant at Basin Creek would be about 17 million. Did I hear right, or is that wrong?
Cost of filtration is about $2 per gallon.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
And I'll get to your question and try to answer it. Typically, the cost of filtration is about $2 per gallon, but there's other things involved with bringing our system up to code, so to speak. The cost of filtering Basin Creek water and the cost of filtering Silver Lake water for a treatment plant is essentially the same, but there's other things that we have to do to get the water to you. We have to build pipelines to get the raw water to the treatment plant, then we have to build pipelines to get the treated water to town, things of that nature. But you know, the treat water with Basin Creek or treat water with from Silver Lake, the cost of building the plant itself is about the same. But the real difference is the cost of treating. This is something that was brought up a couple of times, and let me just give you an example. The people from DEQ have given just a really great overview of this. But one thing that they don't have information is Silver Lake. To give you an example on Silver Lake, the total organic carbon levels are less than 1. Basin Creek has gone up to around 4. It's doubled in about 2005, doubled again in about 2010. It's about 4 milligrams per liter. So Basin Creek has 4 times as much TOC as Silver Lake, which means Silver Lake is cheaper to treat.
The question is how much?
Around $17 million for either one, either treatment.
That's to build the plant. How much cheaper is the treatment of Silver Lake water per gallon or per year as compared to Basin Creek per year?
Generally speaking, it'll be several $100,000 cheaper every year.
Here's some questions I have, and one of them has to do with Rick Larson, if you would. When we're treating the water originally with the chlorine, I believe, was started by Darnell, okay, military, cleaning the water of the coliforms, okay, like you do in a swimming pool, okay, and you treat with chlorine. That's what you're doing with this water. You're getting the coliforms out of it. The biggest problem that we're running into is the carbon, which is from the trees and from the beetles and all the different things that are going into the reservoir. Is that not right? I have heard that you don't test for coliforms, and yet I have heard from you that you do test for coliforms. Do you or do you not?
Yes, we treat the coliform 5 days a week in all of our systems, and we don't find any coliforms.
You don't find any coliforms, and the only data that DEQ and EPA has is the data that you send them, correct? So, as a result, we have no organisms in our water at this point in time. Okay, now we're going to go on and we're going to deal with the trees and we're going to deal with the matching of the chlorine and the carbon. Okay, EPA is one of the problems here, because they're not letting them clear out away from Mason Creek, if I understand correctly. And that is one of the reasons that you're having an increase, okay, of the carbon going into the chlorine-treated water. So it seems logical that if you want to treat the most immediate problem, it's clear the trees out of